good afternoon, everyone. This is Patrick Desma, and can you introduce yourself?
My name is Sean Patrick Desma. My Chinese name is Chen Liping. My mother was born in Zhanjiang province in Dongguan, and that's also where I was born. Her name is Chai Sui Ching. My father's name is Joel Desma, but their real name is Tan. His actual name is Chen Sijing. And we just adopted the Ledesma name because it's much easier to have a Filipino name if you live here.
So we're going to start with the question.
So, what form of government do you have in your country, and can you describe the government?
I'm sure you all know that China has a communist party. It's made out of different branches, but the most important ones are National People's Congress, the NPC, the State Council, which includes the premiers, and of course the president and the vice president, which right now it's Xi Jinping.
So for our opinion, the Philippines is a republic with a presidential form of government wherein power is equally divided among its three branches, the executive, legislative, and the judicial.
Are there any political issues in your country?
Well, I've lived there until I was grade school. I didn't know much about political issues, but an issue right now that's happening is the fact that the Chinese government has so much control over media. They have control over the television shows that are being shown. They have control over the internet, all the ISPs, and a lot of Chinese people on the internet, the netizens on Weibo, think it's an issue because whenever you hear things about China, it's never bad stuff. That's how controlled the media is, and that's an issue right now.
In the Philippines, politicians are getting involved in crimes such as drug trafficking and goods smuggling. There is also political killings that is happening in the country.
Abductions happen a lot in China. What happens usually is if you say anything bad about the government or the president, it's really easy to abduct you because they have all the information on you. And it's so common that people don't talk about it, people don't notice it because, they control the information. No one knows where you go.
Next question.
Are there any economical issues in your country?
Well, of course, the main economical issue right now is for China. It's always the same thing. It's the trade war with the US. But I feel like right now, China doesn't have a lot of economic issues. I think it causes economic issues. Like, what China does is it lends money to third world countries. And then when the third world countries aren't able to pay them back, they start to take land, they start to take property. And yeah, I think China doesn't have much economic issues. It's the one causing economic issues.
Located in Southeast Asia, the Republic of the Philippines comprises 7,107 islands, with more than 100 million people currently living in the Philippines. It is ranked as the 12th most populous country in the world.
May you enumerate a few cultural traditions in your country?
We use chopsticks a lot. Actually, if you live in China, if you only ever see people use spoon or forks when they're kids, because that's what they see spoon and forks as. It's only for kids. And when you grow older, you have to use chopsticks. What else? We don't have what you guys have here. We don't have we don't have any word to denote respect. We denote respect by how we call the person. Like if it's an old man, we don't call him Laura. We don't call him old man. We call him Yeye. We call him grandfather. That's how you denote respect in China. That's pretty much it. We have an important thing too is feng shui. I'm sure you've heard of that. It's every Chinese family has that. We follow it here too. My parents do, but I'm not sure what exactly. All I heard from my father was, it's good to have orange peels and make sure your house is not directly pointing the street. That's all I've heard. I think other families here in the Philippines also follow the traditions of feng shui.
For us, the traditional folk songs are primarily inspired by the indigenous customs and beliefs. Some notable composers of Filipino folk music include Lucio San Pedro from the National Artist for Music, as well as Antonio Buenaventura, are renowned composer. And here in the Philippines, we used to say po and opo in the if we saw a elder or if we greet our parents.
Are there any unique food in your country?
Of course, if you're in China, it's never gonna, are never gonna go away. Dumplings, noodles, stuff like that. Um, there's also something called goji berries. It's like a snack, but it's not only used as a snack. It's also used as ingredient, and I'm pretty sure it's native to China. It's not made anywhere else, and people there love it so much because they think it has health benefits. So if you go to any restaurant, as in any restaurant in China, you see it in the tea. Sometimes they put it in water. Sometimes they cook it with rice. There are many ways to eat it, but yeah, goji berries I think is the most well-known Chinese food. But of course, uh, noodles, dumplings. I would wake up every morning at 9 a.m. just to just to go to the street shops. And the street shops in the morning they always sell wonton mee, they always sell wonton noodles, and they sell shopaos. Of course, that's the thing. There are different kinds of shopaos. There's mantao, which is just the bread. There's the xiaobao, which is with the meat and egg. And there's so many kinds of shopao. And yeah, that's the unique food in their country.
In the Philippines, we have sinigang, adobo, kare-kare, and sisig. And there's also street foods like isaw, fishball, kikiam, kwek-kwek.
The street food in China, usually are noodles too. If you go out at night around 9 p.m., you would see stores selling fried noodles. That's the street food there.
What are the more prominent religions in your country and what are their practices?
Well, China right now, they do not have any religion. They practice atheism, and I'm pretty sure that the government of China tries as much as possible to stop people from having religion. That's why they have concentration camps for the Muslims, and that's why they confiscate Bibles from Christians and Catholics, because they want as much as possible for people not to have religion. But they don't crack down as much on Buddhism because that's, of course, there are temples in China and they practice different kinds of Buddhism, and the government doesn't usually mind them at all. But yeah, atheism is the main religion in China. They don't practice any religion. I studied there from grade school to grade 7, and we never had anything like Christian living, any kind of religious studies.
So here in the Philippines, Roman Catholicism is the predominant religion and the largest Christian denomination with an estimate of approximately 80.6% of the population belonging to this faith in the Philippines.
Is globalization affecting your country? If so, in what way?
I think globalization is affecting China in a positive way because it opens China up to better trades. That's why a lot of countries come to China for labor because it's really cheap. So what happens is China's economy gets better because they have more people to trade with and they have more people to import with and export with, and that's why I think China positively benefits from it.
So for us, in our country, globalization improves the flow of information technology. The impact of globalization in the Philippines, technology brings more positive effect because it's helped to increase the economy of the Philippines. And that's all for today. Thank you.